Hello, thanks for coming today. We are extending the Halloween spirit just a little bit longer. No tricks, just transformation, trying to test out some new things. So I want to let you know that Marketing More is a place where we have some fun. We wrap our speakers, our voices, with lots of marketing opportunities, PR, live stream events, in-person events. And today, you may not know Nitin yet, but he's a good friend of mine, and I would love to show you that his story is worth sticking around for. So Halloween reminds us that behind every mask, there's a story waiting to be revealed. And today, we're shining a light on a leader who's been unmasking what real growth looks like in our community. Nitin is taking the stage yesterday, reminding us at the AI Realize Summit that curiosity isn't scary, it's the spark that connects us all. His message is aligning perfectly with our vision at Market Me More and Top Voices Unite, that we will turn curiosity into connection and connection into measurable impact. So first things first, you know that we had a poll going, and instead of having a poll that we're talking about from last week that you can't do anything about, we have the poll still live where you could be able to vote. Let me tell you about it. So today our poll is, if AI dressed up, who would you trust most? Yes, like dressing up as like a wizard. The four options: the data wizard, who turns chaos into clarity; the predictive genius, always 3 steps ahead; the insight detective, finding patterns that no one sees; or the automation ghost, quietly getting everything done. Which one? If you are here today, you can put your answer in the comments. And if you'd like to tell me where you're coming in from, that's great too. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida today, and I chose from this one the insight detective because I like the idea of being able to have things that are measurable. I want to look at all of the metrics. I want to look at all of the goals and expectations, and then pile it all up, squish it together, and see what can come out of it, so that we can make sure that we are getting everything done that we expected to get done. So how about you? What do you think? For those of you that got to go to the AI Realize Summit yesterday, I would say that you learned a lot about AI. You learned how it is transforming every single company across the United States, across the world. And Nitin goes in there and he talks about it. He represents Mondelez International, but he also represents many communities. So he is a part of the Top Voices Unite community, helping to be able to teach about AI, though he's also a part of a new community that he started that I'll get to here in just a little bit. He's an AI leader, a mentor, a data storyteller, and $250 million worth of business impact. So I'm going to show you some of those posts that he's made recently to help you to be able to see some of the things he talks about when he's posting on LinkedIn. And hopefully this gives you some ideas of the things that you can post about if data and AI or tech automation is something that you study or that you're involved with or your company is doing. These are some ways that you can be able to present it. So introducing we have a comment here. Shruti is checking in. It's posted about medium.com, the day one signal. All right, we'll have to go check that out here in a little bit. So I'm not so sure how much of the video that you got to see of my friend, but let me go ahead and give you a recap and talk about some of the things that he's doing right now and the post that he's talking about. Let me show this and introduce him to you. So introducing. Oops. All right. So first of all, this is our poll that we were talking about here, and Insight Detective so far is still the winner. You can still vote now. Here is his link, and you'll find the link to go meet him, to follow him, to turn on the notifications so that you don't miss a post that he writes. But this is his link. This is how you're able to see he's a top voice. He's a data science and AI leader. He's a mentor. He's a speaker. He's actually going to be speaking at AI Infra, I believe that's tomorrow, with the crew with Ignite GTM. He'll be presenting on Friday, November 7th, and you can go and check him out there. Click. Good. Ooh. Yeah, we're having some technical. Go to the next one. Nope, still not working. Just when I think that I've got this whole live stream, like today is going to be the day that I'm going to be smooth. All right, let me play this for you. We're going to learn iron. You had mentioned about the coding. You can watch this later, but this is one of the links that one of the live streams that we did today. We did before. This is one of the live streams that we did before. I'm going to get my words together. When we got together, we talked about what's fueling the future of health, retail, and AI with Beth Lloyd. Beth and Nitin got together and they had this conversation, what's fueling the future of health, retail, and AI. Nitin and I got together and we had a conversation about the future of AI and analytics. And obviously, I've told you before that I am really excited about analytics. I like to look at what the expectations are for a client, for a partner, for a community member. And I want to figure out, like, what is it that I need to do to help them to meet those expectations? And there's analytics that go with it. And Nitin is one that goes and figures that out in the back end, how you can create technology to be able to solve for those kinds of problems. His literacy is amazing in this, and I hope that you can learn more about him through the replay of those two videos. If you go back and you look at AI Realize Summit 2025, this is another year that they've been so packed with good speakers like Nitin and others that are talking about the future of AI. You can be able to have those practical AI strategies for enterprise leaders. Their goal is to be able to tell you what the real world processes are going to look like. Who are the people that you're going to go and talk to when you need advice to build AI into your system? What does it look like for your company to use it in operations, in marketing, in sales? How can you be able to have a system that identifies errors in your product or ways that you could increase your efficiency in accounting? So the AI Realize Summit covers all of these different kinds of topics and helps those to be able to strategize better with guys like Mr. A post that he had raised recently was talking about this summit. You can see here in the picture, these are some of the other characters that happen to be at the event. He was a part of the CXO Insights, and this is another program that's ran with Bill Berry and the crew over at Ignite GTM. He's being sponsored by NVIDIA, Supermicro. As Market Me More, we have helped him to get speaking opportunities with this crew because we know that the insights that he gives are valuable. They are future thinking, and even if at the time when you hear it, maybe it doesn't make so much sense, have a conversation with him and he can break it down for you in layman's terms. Because sometimes these guys that are so tech savvy, you get that real understanding of their intelligence because they can not only speak to the tech engineers and the binary codes and all those upper level conversations, you can also have them be so smart that they're able to break it down for you to where you understand. Anything from full scale production or to measurable business outcomes, these are things that he's really gifted at. And we know that he's been talking at different events with the CXO Insights, AI Realize Summit, AI Infra, and more. What I'm most excited about is this new venture that he's been doing after we created Top Voices Unite about a year ago or so. We've been collaborating on how can we be able to support the others that we touch. And so he decided to create the Ivy Plus Alumni Circle called IPAC. This is just for those that are in the Ivy League. I did not go to Ivy League, but being a part of this community, I'm so excited to hear what it is that he's going to be a part of the Top Voices community. I'm so excited to watch as he's talking about this and hear how it's being able to grow and be genuinely someplace where different scholars, different leaders in their industries can come together and talk about what's next. So this can be anything. It doesn't have to be just technology, but if you're an alumni or a student from one of these schools, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Columbia, Brown, Dartmouth, Cornell, UPenn, MIT, Stanford, Duke, U Chicago, Northwestern, Caltech, Johns Hopkins, and more. If you're a part of any of those and you're passionate about being involved in a community to be able to grow, as I posted yesterday, I said about cooperation. That's when you may be in competition, but you can find ways to cooperate so that you can build business together. Reach out to him and he will help you. He will make it an environment where you can educate the things that you've learned. You can learn from others that have different paths that they've been on than you have been. And you can just have some fun. There'll be not only live streams involved in this community, but there'll be some in-person events. So I'm super proud of this unfolding of this community here coming to us. So if you want to join, reach out to him. This is the post. You'll find it in the comments and you can learn more about what it is that he's doing here, how your conversation is going to be important, how your voice is important. And I joke so much about saying, like I'm supporting the voices. I heard the voices talking about such and such the other day. And my husband says, you heard the voices? What kind of voices? And what I mean by that is I mean the top voices or the emerging voices. But Nitin's asking for the voices to come in, join the conversation, and help him to build this as a community that is cooperation. It's beyond networking. You're collaborating on things that maybe not just business. Maybe there's some philanthropic opportunities that you could do. But I would say that however you get involved, let us know. You can put it in the comments if it's something that you want to do. So AI has come to our attention to where some people are scared of it, right? They have fear, they don't know what's coming. And so they decide to run this train of conversation that says that they're going to take over our jobs, that they're going to do bad things. And I would tell you, instead of having fear, get educated. What exactly is it that AI can do for you? And what exactly can it not do for you? And what is it doing for companies on the enterprise level? Maybe some of that you can adopt, but you don't have to do all of it, because I would suggest that the human is the part that you want to keep involved in the conversation. Don't be scared of AI. Learn about it and have some education. The movies right now have given a lot of bad theories of what AI could be. And I would tell you to go and talk to Nitin, and he can help you to understand that some things aren't so bad and can be helped by AI. And there's ways that it can replace some jobs, but it creates other jobs. And then the other side is maybe saying that they don't want to see it coming. They have denial about it, that it's going to break and we're not going to see it anymore. And I would tell you to not be in denial. AI is coming. It is going to be here to help us. Like websites back in the .com period, they thought, okay, so they stopped and we have this big .com boom and we're not going to have to deal with making everything digital. Well, that wasn't true either, right? Everything's digital, everything that we do. My phone, I work from it a lot of times. We have technical devices like tablets and iPads. And so you can't deny that AI may be right now having some hiccups. You hear some negative news about it and you're like, it's not going to be a thing in the future. But it will be. So learn about it so that you can be educated, so that you understand the pros, the cons, and how to be able to avoid the fraudulent things that are going to come. And then the fun things like Sora 2, which I'm having so much fun with. If you look at my post earlier, I'm playing with Sora 2 and learning about other AI technologies that come in things like Canva or in HubSpot. And the third personality type that we have that's facing AI, you have the fear, you have denial, but then you have the stewards. Those that are being good stewards of AI, they are training it. The artificial intelligence is just code. It's just information that's being put into there. And I would love for you to take some time to think about how you can approach it in a way that is guiding it to be positive. How can you be impactful with the prompts that you use? How can you use it for a positive thing in the world? So I'm going to encourage you to not be scared of it, to not be in denial of it, but rather to be a good steward of the information that comes with artificial intelligence and technology just in general, because that kind of innovation could really help you to be faster, to be more efficient. It can help you to meet some goals. And if you need more context around that, just let me know. But Nitin is one that's helping to be able to teach those how to build trust with it, how to understand it, how it can be humanized and make it work for those real business needs. So if we go back to our poll, from AI and costumes, what does it tell us about this, how people are perceiving AI? As we talked about, I think that the insight detective is the way to go. When you're looking for patterns in artificial intelligence and technology in general, you can be able to identify how your business can grow. You can be able to see and not guess, right? It'll tell you where are the ways that you could use help, where are the things that you're doing now, building your business and scaling it, and where are some areas that you could be pivoting. So that's some places that I believe you need the insight detective to help you in your journey. So for those of you that came today, we had Shruti that was here in the comments and Hedrick that was here in the comments. Thanks so much for coming. Those of you that are watching this on replay, really appreciate you joining us today. For today's top 3 takeaways from Nitin is I want you to look at his LinkedIn, look at the stories that he tells, and go visit one of his events or ask him to come and speak at one of your events. He will tell the right story. He will train your team to be the right players on the bus, and he will tie AI to revenue and to purpose. I want you to go follow him, go look out for any kind of recap videos that are coming and takeaways from the speaker, and continue learning about how AI is learning in the future to help us, how it's going to bring us to a new reality that could be better, right? It could be something. In the future, we have other episodes. We're going to be highlighting some of the other top voices. You met Tim Dickey last week. We wanted to explain how awesome he is and things you can look forward to be able to reach out to him and learn about his business. We also have guys like 𝗡𝗶𝗸𝗸𝗶 He'll be on one of ours. We are going to have some of our other ones like Anna Rooney. She'll be joining for an event in the future. I ask that anyone that wants to join us in one of these live streams, just reach out, send me a DM. We are loading up the schedule for 2026. Our goal is to help brands find their narrative, to challenge leaders to think about the usual way that they do things, the playbook. I want them to be able to stop guessing how to grow and start growing. Our tagline is stop guessing and start growing. And the idea behind that is we're using a measured approach, leveraging these types of live streams, leveraging in-person live streams, creating newsletters, posts, blogs, all of it, wrapping it around you. The true spirit of Market Me More is turning insights into inspiration and partnerships into progress. And we're proud today to be able to spotlight Nitin Gupta as today's Halloween highlight. So thanks so much for coming. The conversation will continue as we go on throughout the week. Follow Market Me More for the recaps of the week, and Top Voices Unite for those posts that are coming from those that are LinkedIn Top Voices, and Emerging Voices Unite for those in our community that are definitely top voice worthy, but just don't have the badge. Growth is not just a one-time event. It's a conversation that keeps on going, and guys like Nitin are helping us to make sure that that conversation never goes dark. We'll see you next week on Live with Top Voices on Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you'd like to catch any of our other shows, look for our event calendar on Top Voices Unite, Emerging Voices Unite, or Market Me More, and you'll learn about what else is going on in our community. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.